The world is a mess right now and we don't know what the next shortage will be. Wouldn't you like to have the knowledge to treat your family when they have pain with herbal medicines that you can easily grow in your own yard? We will be discussing herbs that will reduce or even eliminate pain today that you need to stock in your Prepper Pantry. Over-the-counter pain medications may mask pain temporarily, and prescription pain meds may cause addictions, so neither are a great answer. Also, in the past few years, we've seen empty shelves, including in the pharmacy, so you can't depend on being able to get what you need when you need it. By learning to grow and appropriately use herbs to treat health issues that may affect you and your family, you become less dependent on our broken healthcare system. Cayenne pepper used externally in either a liniment, oil, or salve increases blood flow to joints and muscles. This increased blood flow helps bring in oxygen and nutrients to nourish the area and removes waste products from the area to relieve pain. The increased warmth also helps relax the muscles and relieve the pain. For strained muscles, using cayenne topically 2 or 3 times a day can give you relief and speed healing. Because arthritis is usually progressive and often causes permanent damage to a joint, cayenne will not cure the arthritis, but it can decrease the pain when used once or twice daily on a routine basis. To help sore throat pain, add a few drops of cayenne tincture to a glass of warm water and gargle. Peppers like hot weather, and in the United States, they are an annual plant, so you will have to replant every year. Plant them in your garden or in a pot in mid to late June after the threat of cold weather has long passed. Arnica is a perennial plant, which means it grows year after year. So once you plant it, it will produce valuable medicine for you for many years to come. The flowers and leaves are medicinal and once dried can be made into a liniment to use on sore muscles, painful joints, and bruises to reduce pain and inflammation. Liniments are made by covering dried herb with rubbing alcohol and allowing it to sit in a dark place for 4 to 6 weeks. Because they are in rubbing alcohol, they must never be taken internally. Arnica can also be infused into an oil for topical use. This oil can then be made into a salve. Arnica is toxic and should never be taken internally in any form. It is for topical use only, and if applied to an injury quickly, it can reduce or even prevent bruising and pain. Chamomile is great for treating sores in the mouth. It has antimicrobial and analgesic actions that can help lessen the pain from canker sores and infected gums, but it can also help them heal faster. Chamomile was shown in one study to be more effective against gingivitis than the prescription mouthwash chlorhexidine. Swishing a strong tea in your mouth twice a day can help heal infected gums and other sores in your mouth. It was also shown to help protect against thrush infections in cancer patients taking chemotherapy. Chamomile is easy to grow from seed or from plants you purchase at a nursery. It has fern-like leaves and tiny flowers that look like daisies. Because it is in the Asteraceae family, if you are allergic to daisies, mums, or ragweed, you should be very cautious about using chamomile. Peppermint is useful for abdominal pain due to indigestion, gas, bloating, menstrual cramping, muscle pain, and headaches. For internal pain such as indigestion or menstrual cramps, drink a cup of strong tea 2 or 3 times a day as needed. For headaches and muscle pain, peppermint oil can be rubbed into the affected areas. Peppermint oil can be made by filling a jar 1/3 of the way full of dried peppermint leaves, then covering with a food-grade oil such as olive or almond oil. Put a tight lid on the jar and let this sit in a dark, cool place such as a cabinet for about 4 weeks. Shake the oil once or twice a day to mix and make sure that the leaves stay submerged in the oil. After 4 to 6 weeks, strain the leaves off and save the oil. You can also make a peppermint liniment to massage into sore muscles. One of the active ingredients in peppermint is menthol, the same ingredient that is in Bengay rub. Peppermint is very easy to grow and should be contained in a pot unless you want your entire yard overrun with it. The inner bark of all willow trees contains salicin, which has been used to treat pain since ancient times. Salicin is a naturally occurring anti-inflammatory that can be used for pain, swelling, fever, and even heart attacks. In 1899, the Bayer Drug Company modified salicin into acetylsalicylic acid and trademarked their new product as aspirin. Because herbs can be grown by anyone and no one can patent them, drug companies isolate an active ingredient of an herb, slightly modify it chemically so they can now patent it and make money on it. But you can still grow the original herb to use. Willow trees are large, so it isn't feasible for everyone to grow one in their yard, but if you are fortunate enough to have access to one, you can cut green, pencil-sized branches and then strip the bark off. Under the green bark is a white inner bark. This is where the medicine is. You can scrape this white inner bark off and steep 1 or 2 teaspoons in a cup of just boiled water for 10 minutes, then strain and drink. You may want to add some honey or peppermint to mask that bitter taste. You can take this as often as every 6 hours as needed for pain. If you have asthma, allergies to aspirin, ibuprofen, or other non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, you should not use willow tree bark. Also, if you have or have had an ulcer, if you are on blood thinners, or if you are under the age of 16 years, avoid willow tree bark. For more information on growing your own herbal medicine, click here. Thank you for joining me today to learn about what herbal pain remedies you need to keep in your Prepper Pantry. Stay healthy, get those herbs planted, and have a blessed week.